photography field, not the guys arguing in the comment section down below. Actual people who want to take good photos and videos without overthinking it. This isn't going to be a top 10 list. I want to filter everything down and make it very simple to understand. When I say 90% of people, I am referring to beginners, hobbyists, content creators, travelers, parents, street photographers, even those who are doing casual paid work. If photography is something that you do, this video is for you. If you are shooting the Olympics or wild tigers in Africa or Hollywood productions, then this isn't the 90% of people I'm referring to, so let's begin. The biggest mistake that people make with gear is starting with what's best instead of starting with what matters. The truth is, most modern cameras are already very good, regardless of the brand. What separates a frustrating setup from a great one is not specs. It's most often the size, the weight, the simplicity, and how often that you use it. Because really, a great camera setup that you don't pick up is nothing more than a monument sitting on your shelf that reminds you every single day of its unused potential, the camera body. For most people, the camera body matters less than you think. What you need from a good camera body is really a few things: reliable autofocus, decent dynamic range, which is good colors, and comfortable ergonomics, and really a size that you're happy to carry around with you. What doesn't matter is extreme megapixel counts, stacked sensors, flagship video specs, rolling shutter performance, open gate, everything that all of the internet argues about when a new camera comes out. That stuff, it doesn't matter for 90% of people. There's constant talk about sensor sizes on the internet, and what I see in general is people defend what they have, because if they've spent $3,000 on a full-frame camera, it hurts to admit someone else is getting better photos with their $700 APS-C camera. The fact is, people are taking brilliant photos even with Micro Four Thirds sensors, and dare I even say 1-inch sensors. The other problem that I see all the time is people with expensive gear often blaming the camera for mistakes that come from missed settings or weak composition. Then they convince themselves that a bigger sensor would fix it, but it won't. It's a skill issue, and learning skills doesn't require emptying out your wallet, unless you are gambling money to protect your ego. These days, APS-C cameras are phenomenal. Full-frame cameras are great, but not necessary for great photos. The reality is, if you're buying a modern APS-C or an entry-level full-frame camera made by any recognizable manufacturer these days, you aren't going to be held back by the body. What will hold you back, however, is complexity. The lens. If there is one place where things matter most, it is the lens. But I will say, probably not in the way that the internet tells you to. For 90% of people out there, the best lens is one that is sharp, versatile, reasonably fast, that refers to aperture speed, not massive, and you enjoy using it. A single good prime lens or a high quality zoom will do more for your photography than any camera body upgrade, and I'll emphasize the size here. If you get a lens that makes your camera smaller and lighter, you often get better photos because you bring it with you more often. This is why I really like compact primes, pancake lenses, or small zooms. Most of the time they aren't perfect, but they are very practical. If you are looking for those near perfect lenses, they are out there, but often they come at a higher price. This is where it's okay to spend the money though, and there are a few reasons for this. Mainly, as I mentioned, this is where you will see the highest return on your investment. And second, the resale value on lenses is usually very strong. Even 5 to 10 to 15 years later, you could pick up, for example, a $400 lens today, and in 5 years after using it, it's not uncommon to be able to sell that for, let's say, $300 at a $100 loss to someone else. If you want my lens recommendations for Sony APS-C specifically, I made a dedicated video just for that, depending on what you shoot, or you can always check out the description of this video for some of the ones that I always recommend time and time again. Now this part may upset people, particularly gearheads out there, but it has to be said. Most photographers don't need 5 lenses. In fact, they don't need 4 lenses. They don't need 3 lenses. They don't need overlapping focal lengths. They don't need a camera bag that weighs more than a toddler on your back. I know that there are people who are obsessed with being prepared for anything out there, so they pack everything from a 10mm ultra-wide all the way to a 600mm prime, but those are also usually the backpacks that are most often left at home, and for good reason. What you will need is one lens that you love and an optional upgrade lens for later on. That's really I will say, if you limit yourself early on and you master one focal length in the beginning, your photography improves pretty massively, much faster than running around and constantly switching camera bodies and lenses and camera gear. Audio and accessories. Now let's talk about audio and fun gadgets. 90% of people do not need cinema quality microphones, huge cages, or 10 pounds worth of extra accessories and stuff. What you do need is one reliable microphone if you are shooting video. You want to carry around at least one extra battery, a decent memory card, a variable ND filter for the front of your lens, and maybe a tripod. Now if you shoot Sony, I'll link some of my recommendations that I use down below, but if you are on Nikon or Canon or Fuji, you may need to click on alternatives that fit for your setup. The point of these accessories is they support what you are doing. They aren't distracting or hindering you, and trust me, you can make things 100 times more complicated than they need to be. I've worked for a production company where we've spent 4 to 5 hours setting up C-stands just to get a shot that I could easily replicate with a minimalist kit in, let's say, less than 5 minutes. And the last thing that I'll say is that the accessories do not have to be expensive, and they can be used. So this is my tripod, one of 2 that I have, and this one I use most often. I spent not 400, not 40, just 4 for this tripod. Picked it up used. It's been great. Obviously it's not as fancy as the ones that have the trigger and they extend automatically, but I don't need all of that. I don't need to spend $1,000 on a tripod when for my light small cameras this $4 one works perfectly. Don't buy just to buy. It's very common that people fall into the trap of buying pro gear to grow into it. And what usually happens is they get overwhelmed and they don't use their gear, or if they do use it, they get lackluster results that would have been bested by much cheaper and easier to use alternatives. I see this with lenses all the time. I have an APS-C camera, but should I just get the full frame lens and use it on my APS-C camera because I might upgrade in the future anyway? And the answer is always no, at least for me. Get the lens that is designed for your specific sensor, whether that is full frame, APS-C, micro four thirds, whatever it is. And this isn't me gatekeeping. I'm not trying to keep you out of a system or steer you into another system. There is a very practical reason that APS-C lenses work best on APS-C camera bodies, and also a financial reason to buy the lens that you need now. And if you master all of the existing camera gear that you have and you find a genuine, serious, and significant reason to upgrade to a larger sensor, different camera body, then you can upgrade everything all at once. Another trap is chasing excess sharpness that you'll never notice. Here's a practical example. If you are buying a camera to take photos for Instagram, you don't need the sharpest lens in existence. I would say that 90% of lenses are great enough for social media, and you will not notice an increased return if you spend more money. The difference between a G-Master lens and a good budget alternative is often 5 to 15% improved sharpness, but the price is 2 to 3 times higher. I'm a firm believer that you should buy gear for the scenario that you shoot, not for every scenario. And if your camera setup ever starts to feel intimidating, heavy, stressful, it's time to reevaluate things. Here's a good filter to use. Instead of asking, is this the best blank piece of gear, ask, will this make me want to shoot more? Or even better, ask, will this solve a significant problem that I regularly experience with my other gear? Over the last few years, there has been a huge increase in strange yet simple cameras that have limitations but are enjoyable to use, and the popularity of some of these models is off the charts. And it makes sense because a camera that you enjoy using is going to be with you, and a good camera that you have with you beats any perfect or superb camera that stays in your closet or on a shelf back at home. Now, as you guys may have noticed, this video is more about how to think about buying gear rather than here, just buy this. And this is important because you can get an amazing setup with Nikon just as easily as you can with Canon or Sony or Fuji or even Olympus. And really, when you step back and when you look at things as a whole, you can't go wrong with any of these options. I've been using Fuji a lot recently, and it's a lot closer to Sony than I ever anticipated or would have guessed. Now sure, each brand will have their standout thing that makes them what they are, but if you similarly equip them, each setup is really going to give you very similar to, I would say, near identical results. The key to remember is that you don't need to keep up with everything. The purpose of a camera company is to generate income, and they spend millions, I don't know, hundreds of thousands at least on advertising, on development to create incrementally better cameras to try to get you to buy at every stinking opportunity. But you don't need to. You don't need the latest flagship. My most used camera body, and this is honestly the truth, is from 2019. And it's still a camera that I'm learning on, I'm growing my skills on. I don't need to spend a fortune on gear, and you don't need to spend a fortune on your gear. In most cases, you'll end up worse off than if you just thought logically and bought gear that fit your life and your photography goals. I will link some of my general gear recommendations below by use case, but more importantly, I hope that this video helps you stop overthinking and start shooting. If this video was helpful, let me know down in the comment section below, and leave your favorite setup down there as well, because other people are probably curious, I'm curious. I just wonder what you guys are using on a daily basis out there, and it helps people. So let's continue the conversation down below. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.
I see that. Oh my god. I'm just trying to. Hi, Ty. I was trying to get a good run on 19. You know? Uh...
Ilang taong ka na po ngayon? 108. 108.
Crazy Dirty thank you. Was it a dirty? I thought it was like a triple. Or was it a different one?
I'm currently on my way from Mountain Province to our next province, Kalinga.
Was it triple? Yeah, it was like 2 triples. Because I didn't hear the sound.
Throughout this road trip, I passed quite a few PNP checkpoints. They seem noticeably more frequent than WDS. Used to order crime and steal vehicles or cargo for illegal activity, most private cars like mine are simply waved through unless flagged for inspection. Not far into my reluctant goodbye to Mountain Province, I caught sight of the local Erie.
Threes, twos. Threes, twos. Are you still present?
Open na ba kayo?
Are you still here? Threes, twos.
Oh, they're open. Ate, is this Kalinga already? Or Mountain Province? Mountain Province pa lang.
Still present. Do I sound fine? I'm trying to adjust the audio. And then also, do I sound fine?
You're a little loud, Ty. Like on your mic. I mean.
15 pesos for 1 hour.
Having me muted is crazy. Sound fine? Okay.
Knowing signal was non-existent out here, I used the Wi-Fi to get the road ahead firmly into my head. After filling myself up while I still had a chance and double-checking the directions with the local, I set off for my final destination in Kalinga.
Dude, if we're being so real, in the Tetris pre-show, I just got off like one of the craziest panic attacks of my life, and I was like, I need a distraction. So I was like, oh, Mario needs a restream, let's do that. So that's what we're doing here today.
Damn!
Oh man. I was like, I need to do literally anything else.
Oh dear.
After tattoo anthropologist Lars Krutek documented his cover channel in 2007,
I'm fine.
In 2014, a portrait of her by
Yeah.
photographer
I'm alright. We'll get through it.
Tattooed Women of Kalinga, a series that went on to major exhibitions in cities like Paris and Toronto. Recognition soon followed back home, with the NCCA honoring her contribution to the Philippines' intangible cultural heritage. And eventually, in 2023, she became the oldest Vogue cover star.
You're a little
in
hot
history,
on the mic.
marking the
I'm always hot on the
of a
mic.
mainstream global
Thanks,
brand.
Murray.
And still,
Hell yeah.
to this day, her hands continue to tattoo.
I can try, like turn it down a little and like put it a little further away from my face hole. Maybe like that. Maybe that's better. Yeah, I haven't really like actually, despite having this mic for a couple weeks now, I've yet to actually like test it out. I didn't even know you had audio. Hi, Mari. Yeah, that'll be fine.
So also check how it looks like and see if I
Turn myself up now a tiny bit. Okay. It was just a distance issue, so I need to have it like not up to my face, a little away from the face. Okay, got it. Dude, literally my scene here is I just took the master scene and then like made it ugly. That's like all I did.
Mmm.
Yung bus ka lang. Wait lang. Ataas.
The U-turn in the middle of a mountain curve had been breaking into a quick sweat. Dirty locals patiently waiting, and even waiting it off helped it dry a little faster. A few more sharp, one-lane bends later, people began appearing on the roadside. A sign I was finally getting close.
What's up, chat? Time for some Tetris. I think this is when the clock strikes 1. When the clock strikes 1, this will be the latest that I've been up in like 3 weeks.
You're welcome, Ty.
I don't think I've actually hit 1 p.m. yet. I think I've gotten really close a couple times, but I'm actually gonna hit 1 p.m. this time. Unless I fall asleep on the mic. That would be kind of funny though. Wait, let's like duplicate the stream over and over.
Oh no. Ty, I've napped at like around like 5 or 6 p.m. around like 7, I think too. That's like the latest I've gone right
That's gonna
now.
go on over and over
I haven't
and over.
slept, I think.
My very first game of the day to warm up, I made a 768 game. 90s are very nice. Pokemon in F1. Champion.
To say, my excitement to meet her was
Hey, I should turn on some tunes,
Kuya,
huh?
bakit wangod yung pinaka-pasikat dito sa Kalinga?
Siyempre dun sa pagtatatong niya. Kailang matanda na
Wait, do I still have it open? Wait.
So you know her.
Home to a population of just under 100.
No, I closed it. No, Okay, earlier. Fuck, that's so bum. That's such a bummer. I have this one. This one's bad. Dude, earlier I got bored.
No one died here. No one, walang accident.
And I recorded a duet with myself,
Take it. Okay, that's
doing Islands in the Stream.
feels so modern. Is it electric?
I did both of them.
Bridge over there?
And I sang with myself, and I did like multiple layers, and I auto-tuned it, and I did all that work. It was so good. But I didn't save it. I just closed it out earlier. Oh, it was so good too. It was actually peak.
I'm gonna go to the tram. It looks like a flying, the one in Aladdin. Somehow. What is that?
What is this?
This tram wasn't powered by electricity.
Oh, that's just me screaming. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that one. I did one song where you scream. It did not turn out good. My mic doesn't like screaming, it turns out. At least not right into it. Oh, it's such a bummer. It was so funny.
And this bench is also from the car. I can't understand. Even 1% of what they're saying.
Since the tram was introduced, most locals have apparently made it their regular rate limit. Tourists, on the other hand, almost always choose the hiking route, unless, of course, they're slightly out of your mind. Like me, barely had I put on the board when the Night King knocking. But before I could answer, off we went. Only that fear, only to find the tram surprisingly stable, and, dare I say, genuinely fun. Once the nerves wore off, what remained was pure thrill. In fact, a little spoiler, nothing else I did in Kalinga will quite top this for me.
Anywho's.
Oh, okay. Okay. Wow. Ang galing.
Why are you ducking me and Eve, by the way? What do you mean?
Yes, I did it. Korea po, Korean.
At both ends of the line, the group is communicating.
Wait, what's happening? Oh, it's just no there's no Tetris.
This right. Needed across two and set off for my accommodation.
Oh wait. Oh wait. Never mind. I know what's happening here. Now there's Tetris. I had that really zoomed in for the winter scene last time. Okay.
Really? Okay.
It was only
There we
through
go.
these cramped village passages that Buscalam
That's funny.
sank in, and somewhere between them, I casually walked past someone who looked awfully familiar.
Oh, you're talking about friendlies, huh?
reading. Pwede po?
Go.
Say hi? She's just chilling there, but I don't want to disturb her. Bukas na lang.
Up I climbed for about 10 minutes before reaching the local elementary school. And there, by pure coincidence, the school festival was already in full swing.
You want me to put on her display? I'll put on her display.
iPad? Oh, wow. Search for Mr. and
here we
Miss
go. Ready?
iPad.
iPad, short for Indigenous Peoples Education, is a national program
Go ahead.
centered on preserving Indigenous culture and
Bang.
through education. Today's festivities included a costume competition using recyclable materials.
there.
And I was genuinely fascinated by how creatively
then-
each outfit had been put together.
It's made out of like cardboard boxes. It's made out of black plastic. Oh my god! Oh, look at the sari-sari store.
Okay. And we'll get started here in just a minute. My mom needs me to help her lift something really quick at the house next door. So I'm gonna walk over there, do that, and then we'll start. I'll be fast. It'll be like a minute, or 2 minutes, or 3 minutes. I'll be right back. Warm up.
Oh wait, Kuya, is that you? Oh, Kuya, you graduated from Tabuk City sa Kalinga State University. Ano course mo, Kuya? Oh, wow.
Unsurprisingly, there are no traditional hotels or commercial inns within the village. Instead, the restaurant relies entirely on the homestay system, with local households opening their homes to travelers.
So, that's my room and... Seriously? So this place is right beside the school.
After a little time to catch my breath, I stepped back outside to find night had fallen. And still, the festival that began that morning carried on.
Oh, hindi pa tapos. Oh, it's the Miss Universe? Are they speaking in Budbud?
From Tagalog or English. It's depend on their kaya nilang ano.
So, hindi sila lahat magaling sa Budbud?
Lahat.
Lahat magaling. Kuya, where's Dylan?
No meals were served in the house, so dinner took us to a local restaurant recommended by my guide. Getting there alone explained the village's guide requirement. The maze of narrow passageways was almost impossible to read on your own. Then came the restaurant. Tourists set the tables, and the remarkably well-prepared food made it clear this was one of Buscalan's more established dining spots. I'm not exactly one to approach strangers, but fellow travelers in the village of this small were a welcome enough sight for me to try. two had already traveled to an impressive number of places across the Philippines. I told them about my own journey around the country, plenty of encouragement in return, and we ended up talking for quite a while about things. After dinner, I stopped by Robert's house to arrange a short interview for the next day, and quickly called it a night with a long journey ahead.
But then if I could go back to my 20-year-old self, if I could tell her something, I'll probably tell her that again. So, yeah. And also because I have a lot of places to go to where I swim at, so I don't want to be disturbed by the recovery process. But today we have like 10 to 15 minutes of time with her, so let's go ahead.
Coffee and rice were provided in unlimited supply at every homestay here. Morning coffee down, I had restaurant for breakfast, now finally getting a proper look at the rice terraces that darkness had hidden from me the night before.
Were you gonna sit here? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, are you allowed?
Overlooking the beautiful rice terraces, this little restaurant was run entirely by this ate alone. Much like what I'd seen in Isabela, rice farming here remains closely tied to subsistence. As a result, white rice and rice cooking ingredients are brought in from surrounding areas. What couldn't be sourced elsewhere though were the hands behind the cooking, and perhaps that was what made everything she served taste so good. And once again, another foreign traveler somehow became my new companion. With over 100 countries under his belt, he was clearly no casual traveler either. Getting to Buscan takes considerable effort, while the village itself offers little by the way of conventional attractions. Yet, the travelers that make it here seem to understand something else, that the value of a journey isn't always waiting to be shown to you. Sometimes, you have to know how to notice it. With breakfast over, I headed to pay the 100 peso tourist registration fee I'd missed yesterday. This area also had a souvenir shop, and remarkably, almost every item was one-word merchandise. Yet again, I was reminded just how much Buscalan seemed to orbit around her.
She's really everywhere. It's only her. It's little her only in this village.
And at last, it was time to set out for the very reason I'd come here in the first place.
It's a tattoo area.
Just beside Wang O's home stands a tattoo space that has welcomed a growing stream of visitors for well over a decade. Today, Wang O mainly tattoos her signature 3 dots.
2 minutes,
More complex
5
tattoos
minutes.
with all tattoo artists she
Same
has
thing.
trained. Her 2 direct mentees
Oh my god, okay.
who often help accommodate
Sorry about that, there's your seed.
this particular morning,
I was
Wang
not
O
expecting that.
The 3 dots stand for herself and her
Oh.
2 apprentices, a signature
I got it, though.
continuation of traditional tattooing.
Huh.
Visitors can receive for 300 pesos in just a few minutes. For a weekday morning, the number of people waiting was striking. Then, as the crowd began to thin, it was time for my interview. With only a brief window available, I moved through my questions as efficiently as I could, and the guide, already arranged as my interpreter, translated for us.
Ilang taon ka na po ngayon?
108.
108. Why do people want to learn something?
Oh man, okay, I'm out of breath, but we're gonna make it.
Okay.
Oh!
To be told,
Oh,
the
wee.
interview wasn't exactly smooth. With my guide doing his best,
Oh, that was 'cause I
and
refreshed
being a
it.
trained interpreter, there were moments where he answered on Wang O's behalf.
So, how long does it take for them to be magaling?
I just don't press the ugly refresh button, I just pause and unpause, which is,
Or
that
at
does the same
times,
thing.
even getting the question across proved
Yeah.
difficult.
Sa tingin mo,
That'll happen from time to time, because
pinag-uusapan
my
ng
computer's
mga
bad,
tao ng ganito
and so I
karami?
refresh it. But it's fine.
Iba-iba?
Even when
Tetris will still
presentation
happen.
itself went well, some
3, 2,
questions
1
seemed to turn
Tetris.
around in a way that brought him insult. My guide, determined to bridge the gap, would then translate her answers with a rather
Ugh.
generous amount of extra context.
Noong unang pumunta ang mga
Do one
tao
more refresh
na
there.
para
There you
lang
go.
makita siya, ano ang naramdaman mo?
And there we go. Okay. Sorry about the delay. It's time to play. Yada yada yada. Whatever people say when they want to rhyme. Oh no, the other thing I have to do. There we go.
Masaya.
Okay, now theoretically,
Hindi siya pagod.
when I press this button, when I press this button, should be smooth. There we go. There we go. Let's go. Okay. Oh, I'm still catching my breath. Mari, up a little high to start here. Should be able to bring this down though.
Nakikita ng mga katibahay. Ang daming bisita.
Wow.
Kayo, you're really proud of her, diba?
Oh wow.
Margot told me she hoped every visitor would
25,000 for Mari, 39,000 for F1.
On the road, a reason to return. One woman changed the fate of the village. There seemed no simpler way to put it. Because of
I
her,
might just be
also
constantly
found
refreshing
places
Mario,
for
actually.
travelers to stay. Because of her, souvenir shops
Which is
opened.
weird, because he has
Because
quality
of
options, so I
her,
was able to
the only
turn
reason
him
for
down.
thousands to make the difficult journey here. Because she was here,
Oh,
the
went
entire
back.
village found new pulse. The more clearly I saw what Longboard had built
Okay, hopefully
around
that
her,
helps.
the more difficult it became not to think about what came after. The question of Buscala's future beyond
Yeah,
words.
I'm getting a new computer, you know, by the end of the year. Hopefully.
Interview over, I spent some time watching the tattoos unfold, and yet
I
the
get a
one
bonus
that caught my
in
eye
November, and I'm
wasn't
probably
the
going to use it on
one that
that.
belonged to the German traveler I'd met last night.
Is this for real?
Yeah, that's real, but not.
Mari's at 87,000, 93,000 for F1 champion.
Which sinigang baboy? Pork or?
Like baboy, yeah, like baboy manok.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, I should be saying hi, by the way. Hi, Richard Cabeza.
Is that your favorite?
Hello, Three Stews. Hello, F1. Hello, Mari. Welcome in, everybody.
Where did you get it?
In Germany, but
Germany? Wow!
it's so good. I want to put in
Wow!
always a memory to just see on my lap.
Oh my god!
Heading back to pick up my things.
Are you
I
gonna
came
get a
across
Tetris
locals
there? Goes
who
up to 140,
were
144
with their instruments
for F1.
and another festival
I
performance.
think the line difference is because he was, yeah, it's just because Mario was up really high.
Wow! Ang galing mo! Okay,
I
I'm
could
gonna
just-
watch you later.
The people here are called the Budbud, an
Oh,
indigenous Kalinga
bam.
community historically rooted in just 5 mountain villages of this area.
This is for
Language of their own,
the CTM
distinct enough to be classified
major
as a language
circuit,
in its own right.
the return, or the world circuit, whatever they call it.
Dances, advocacy,
It's called two
and
different things on the site.
stories
One of them is
to
correct.
learn what pieces of a culture
This
could
is round
generation
number
one
2.
grade had spent months
Mario defeated Zahasidar, F1 defeated Barry Blankets.
Students, parents watched from the crowd. There is an extraordinary kind of strength in holding on to something.
Hedger's there for
that is
Mari,
one day
231.
it's good to witness it on my final night
F1
in
strikes
this
back
small
219.
parting gift, and perhaps the most beautiful reason I could have been given not to forget this village.
Ilan po yung trend line dito po? 5.
Winner of this match will face either JDH, Firedox, or Angry Roman. That round 1 match still needs to happen. Firedox and Roman. Winner of that faces JDH, and the winner of that faces the winner of this. And then the winner of that faces one of many people. Won't even get into that because that's far down the road. 323 now for Mari, 311 for F1.
Oh, it's working! Is this okay for the car?
Grateful enough to have made history as Tramline's first accident, I finally left this one behind. Roughly 80 kilometers of driving later, I found myself in Kalinga's
Oh yeah, it is best of 5 still.
Quick stopover.
Best of 5. I think that's basically all CTM does, except I think DAS Masters Finals is best of 7. I think that's like the exception.
Well, they're all Jollibee.
So maybe best of 7 for the finals of this as well.
There is
But that's still a ways away.
quick signal.
It's a very big tournament. It's a 32-player bracket.
To the outside world, had a filling lunch, and set out for my next province.
F1 getting a little high here. Going to start taking some burns, but has to well blocked at the moment. Going to unblock it there. There's bar for the Tetris. Goes up to 388, 398 for Mari. And the line counts have kind of caught up a little bit, though Mari's still kind of ahead in the lines, as well as having a bit of a higher board, so he's going to clear those lines first. So in essence, kind of ahead in lines as well. We'll transition with the next double, triple, or Tetris. F1 still has 3 Tetrises possible. We'll take one there.
No, fuck.
And Mari will take a double into level 19. 451 is the transition for him. Blocks that well. Needs to find a way to open this up. But these pieces are a little worse for wear. Going to top out. 453. F1 is going to be good for game number 1. You know, in the industry, we have a saying. And the saying is, warm up is done. Now that Mario's warmed up, it's gonna be ferocious. You know, back in high school, they called him Ferocious Mari after all. We'll just increment those seeds.
There's a misconception that movies shot with digital cameras and those shot with film cameras work in contrast with one another. That one process.
The player's ready for game number 2. Let's count it down. 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
But a movie
3,
shot
2, 1, Tetris.
digitally can be
3,
printed
2,
and
1.
presented on film. And a movie shot on
Tetris.
film will very
3, 2,
likely at
1,
some point go
Tetris.
through
There we
a
go.
scanning process for at least digital effects
Pieces
and
are the same.
editing. And with
Placements are the
IMAX,
same.
both
Until
ends
Mario
of
misses that tuck.
the scanning
That F1
and
did
the
hit.
recording of large format 70
What Mario doing?
millimeter
So I'm gonna like
films
pseudo
require
secret grade here for the
purpose-built
moment.
equipment and an experienced technician to operate those
So
machines.
all a part of the master
I
plan
visited
to
70 millimeter
open it
film
up there.
scanning and recording labs at IMAX headquarters to watch these machines in action, including one of the most beautiful bespoke machines I've ever seen. This film scanner that has scanned almost every single
Why did the music
IMAX.
just stop? What the hell?
Hey, Fred. Hello. Such a pleasure.
Likewise, thank you.
Okay, so this is the old scanner, and that's the
Mario's
new
a couple holes there. It has like another
I have
sort of
so many
secret
questions
grade-esque
about this,
thing
but
on there on the
I'm
right.
Like, how long have you been working for IMAX?
I've been working for IMAX. I'm in my 15th
Gonna
year
work
now.
to bring this
15th
down.
year.
Not
Have you
gonna
been
set up the
scanning for the
dirty.
entire time?
Scanning and film recording.
Amazing.
So if you have a piece
Doesn't
of
do the key
IMAX
tuck either.
film and it needs to be a
Probably for
digital
the
image,
best.
that's me.
That's you.
This
And
board
if
state
it's a
worked out
digital
nice for him.
image and
Gets
you
us
need a piece
center
of
well
IMAX film,
Tetris.
That's also me.
Amazing.
Go to 40,000.
Okay, so
F1 at
let's talk
79.
about the process, that film goes
40K
through
ahead or
film
so.
here.
39,000.
Right off the bat, I walk in and I see a machine with a marble countertop and these space-saving holes and chrome polish, and then I touch it and I'm like, wait a minute. Because Greg said outside that this was this is serial number 1 of this machine.
This is number 1. This is the only 65 millimeter scanner that this company built.
Well, dude,
They
whoever
built a
made
bunch of
this...
35 millimeter scanners afterwards, and they made like, I don't know, a pile of them. But this is the only one for 65.
Okay, but whoever made this is an important artist.
Yes.
Okay, you agree. This is a masterpiece.
Yes. Yes, sir.
F1 has to make a little bit of a hole there.
And then when you were calibrating, I watched this
Should
whole thing
be
move, and
fine.
there's all these servos inside here.
So we'll give Mario the chance to
motors
kind
and
of
belts
claw this
and-
back
Yeah,
a little bit.
Granted.
And it's made granite so
F1
that
opens
it's
up all the
super
holes.
stable, so that its measurements are the same. Oh my God,
Sets
it's not
up
even just
something.
aesthetic.
Tetris now set up. There's a bar for it, but now has to decide what well
A few degrees in
set up next. Gonna go
temperature
for
can
column
change.
3.
The metal will change a little bit, and that'll throw this whole thing out
159
of
for
line.
F1,
They built it
126
on
for Mari.
polished granite.
Both with
Because
kind of
you're
messy
scanning
boards.
Pixels, and you can't have any variance whatsoever.
We are scanning a frame this big,
Yeah. And how many pixels is that total?
and we are scanning it at over 8,000 pixels across.
Crazy.
The way this machine was set up is it only does a vertical line of pixels at a time.
Okay.
So it's slicing the image 8,424 times per image.
That must take a while.
And then 12 and a half seconds
12 and a half seconds
Yes.
per frame.
per frame.
So every
Tetris there for
IMAX
F1,
that's
213.
ever been scanned went
Not gonna
through
go
this
for the
scanner
left well,
until-
just playing Tetris
until
bingo
it's
here.
Yes.
Wow. That is a...
Mario
You
185
have to work backwards from deadlines.
is fine.
And deliveries just to
absolutely.
accommodate this. Whoa. Is this machine...
Oh, and a couple mischiefs for F1. Hangs the bar on the left.
Emeritus?
Hangs another one. Tops out at 215. Mario has to chase down. Mario, you need 216. That's 215.80.
This is our backup.
A single would do it. That single is good for game number 2.
Now, the nice
That's
thing
now
is
tied 1-1.
Right.
This has only seen me testing it for a year now, more than a year.
All right.
So it's not actually been in production.
Lost ass 3 times
but
in a
it is
row.
capable of being there. 25 years after it was
That sounds about what happens whenever I try and play this play style.
There's a way in which I can
But I
tell
don't touch
that
it.
the people that put this together love machines and also love products.
Yes.
Like, they weren't just making a one-off, they were making it a beautiful product.
So you making me
Got 2 readies.
bigger
Counting it down,
every
2,
time
1
like
Tetris.
I win a point?
Manufacturing from mid-century
Is that what's
to
happening, bro?
Oh,
Scandinavian
never mind.
as, like,
Don't
so much.
start, Mari. Or else
Okay,
you're
now let's talk
banned,
about the
buddy.
process.
Let me put a piece of film
Yeah,
on.
you're
Okay,
banned.
fine. So,
GG, dude.
take a piece of film and we thread it up.
You're banned, Mari. I'll see you around.
Make sure it doesn't want to walk
Yeah,
away.
you're out of here.
Fair.
Make sure we take a few up, a few rolls, laps up on the
Oh,
wall.
wait, slash.
And then,
man, I
like
typed-
a little bit extra and thread it through here.
Oh, I did it right,
So
yeah.
threading up the gauge first so that it sits
Fine,
correctly.
yeah.
And then with the sprockets,
Now you should have your sword
make sure it
again.
locks in place.
Now you can stab some fools
So about the size of the image
with your sword that you have reclaimed
stored on a
following the bit.
naked eye, both on the frame and when it's projected on a 90-foot tall film screen. Tested went to IMAX's LA headquarters to tour their vault of film prints, embed with technicians splicing together reels heavier than me and larger than this table, and visit the projection booth of their in-house theater.
No, increment it.
Raised directors come daily to review and sign off on their vision, printed in film's largest format.
So right now it's 09, so do 1A.
Yeah, that's right. I was a projectionist in my youth, and I'm just trying to wrap my head around the volume and weight. How
Got
do
you ready,
guys
so
handle something as
count
simple
down.
as,
Hopefully
like,
this one's
dailies or-
correct.
Or post-production.
Well, we have a team that does that,
Yeah.
and which you'll meet in a second. And so we take this large roll of film. This actually is not as big as some. They go up to 1,000, even bigger than that. They all get assembled onto the rewind on a larger reel through the rewind bench.
Okay.
And they get spliced, and we wheel them out there, which you'll see as well. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, let's walk
Yeah,
through the
let's do
process.
that.
Okay.
All right, Adam. So this is print assembly.
All right, so this is where heavy things get assembled into heavier things,
Exactly.
and then eventually they leave.
Yes.
God, the volume of it is just staggering.
Yeah, we have a lot of stations here. A lot of work gets done. Irving has a group of 2, so 3 altogether in print assembly.
How many platters are you processing out of this room in a day?
It really depends. I mean, generally they're working on one at a time.
Okay.
It really depends if we have multiple titles happening at the same time. In this case, we have one film that is getting plattered up for a screening this afternoon. And it's basically a bunch of film out reels that are processed and printed at Photogen, and we're going to show them here at our theater.
It's amazing. I mean, I remember my rewind table at the theater was like the size of a thing. This is the size of my first apartment in New York.
Yes, these are custom. There's one of one, and they're very
F1
old.
perfect for
They
4. Make it 5.
Hey,
At a
Irving.
114
Oh,
Mario,
yeah.
96,000.
Good to see you. So,
Hasn't
you've
gone
been
quite
here
perfect,
for
but
33
played very
years?
clean so far.
Is it safe to say that you have touched almost every print that's come out of here?
The line flat at
Okay,
key
so
placement
walk
and
me
then
through-
J
walk me through
tuck.
what happens here.
Usually when they start a production, they go with making dailies. And every daily that is made, we come to this place, then it's get to be screen review, make sure that there is no scratches that physically look okay. Because the scratches can happen in the camera and the negatives, or it can happen in printing in the lab. So you want to make sure that everything is okay. Also, everything that we had the screen, we keep a record. So we had like records in 1980s.
Yeah.
We keep all those records. Every single roll that have been screened, they keep a record and we keep it on.
So every last thing that's come through here is chronicled.
Yes.
Okay.
And right now
F1
we're
setup.
working
Now is
on
Mari. Both get the bar,
projects
both get the
and
Tetris.
demo.
216 to 177 in the favor of F1 at the moment.
There is different pictures they're making from different parts of the movies.
Yeah.
And right now we are trying to put a portion of that movie and put it together like a puzzle, and then that's what we're gonna do right now. Looking
Okay.
for a specific scene.
Can I help?
Oh, you can roll it if you feel comfortable. But we're just gonna roll it. This was built like
Yeah.
a month ago. And probably
All right.
it was made
In a bit. Yeah, in a bit.
It was made.
Yeah.
We have probably 100 scenes inside.
I'm in a
this.
match right
Okay,
here.
so this is a daily reel with like 100 scenes. in it.
Yes, and then we're gonna look for
92 now for
the specific
F1.
one that they need right now.
273 for Mari. F1 kind of has a messy board here, so this is Mari's chance to
And all of this.
You have to go through
capitalize.
this and figure out where it is. Okay.
Tetris there will take
That's
the
why we
lead.
try to keep this kind of list.
Anything now
so
is
that
gravy.
it will give me an idea where they are.
Amazing.
Because otherwise it will be impossible to find it. And after that, the piece that we're gonna find there is gonna go into this little roll, and from that roll we're gonna take a portion of the same material and go into
Last
the
one has
demo
that bar dependency
that
now
they
called
need to
3.
screen tomorrow, actually.
Now there's another one in the center, blocks it with the J, gets a bar for the dependency.
And this is like an all tape machine. Remember when you push like I said tape and you play move this way or move that way? It's just like that.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
Yes.
Is
So
bro
this one
commentating
will-
at Mari's house?
If I want to push over there,
No.
move over there, just press this one. Or if I want to go the other way, go that way.
Oh, I never changed the title, huh? That might be what
It's
you're
very
referring
simple.
to.
And those, these are only
World
tension,
Cup
you know,
or
it's allowed to give you tension, and these are
major
the speed
circuit
control,
or
which is
something.
one here is the same
Something
one,
like
same
that.
control. And they've been here for more than 35 years, so
These have been
yes.
here longer than you?
Yes.
Okay.
I just turned on the stream like
This
half an
one
hour
is
early,
that
and
stuff
because
from
Mari had my stream up already
78 to
on his
101,
alt, and I was like,
which
I'm
is
watching you, Mari.
what we got here.
Okay, so now you can go find that.
78.
We got Mari 427 now. All dirty board,
start
but
from
we'll
one,
bring it down
but-
pretty
But
easily.
that means that all of these have already
434,
been left.
395
Yes.
for
In a different
F1, who has a
platform.
much cleaner board now, might
'Cause you-
capitalize.
you can,
Similar
these
to Mari
platters only can hold
earlier.
Like 1 hour platter, and sometimes we had screenings of 2 hours plus, so we need to build into small platters like this and then take it.
Hi,
to
Paradox.
wherever
How's it
we
going,
need
by the
to
way?
screen.
That's the small platter.
This is the regular platter, 45-inch platter. This is the standard for most of the films.
Gotcha.
But a big movie, 2.5 hours movie, will go in 3 of these. And then you build it into one platter in whatever theater you want. Yes.
I'd say transition here, about 10 lines. Should be a pretty similar pace for the two, though. Oh, a few misdrops there for F1. But might be digging into level 19 now. See how efficiently he can get out of this.
I find myself wondering, there's a machine shop somewhere in the world that just makes these. I mean, maybe there's more than one. I mean, it's got to be a pretty slow business.
F1 goes in 484, 495, 498 for Mari, sorry. Mari with the slight advantage, this board,
No.
not so much.
Tension on this side, so it will not wind loose to this. So
Also dependency.
and then you have closures,
So it doesn't get those
so
pieces
you
all the way
can
over.
allow
This is going to be
the engine
tough.
engage to the
Not
platter
going to get the
and
bar over.
you can
Tops out
protect.
502. You have a chase
So
down
this one will
F1.
go that way,
You need
which is
503.
ready there. And just help a little bit.
I think Mario was maybe going to
And
soft
because you
reset,
can
but
have
realized,
a
oh,
seat
500k on the
that has
dot.
no
Holy
numbers, no
crap.
nothing, we
I think
just-
Mario was going to soft
Exactly,
reset, and
and
then
then you
realized,
go
oh
hunt
wait,
for it.
shouldn't do
Yes,
that.
But you know
503.
probably right around
Somewhere there, yeah, because this is
F1's good for getting
this,
number 3.
100 shop,
Just
but it's
game
starting
point,
from
match
shop
point.
78,
One of
so
those two.
somewhere in there.
Both players are ready. F1 needs one more. Mari needs 2. Mari starts off with a couple Tetrises. F1, a little bit of a dig early on. 29,000 for F1, 48,000 for Mari. F1's still a little bit high here. Gonna take that triple on the left. So last time he went left well, it didn't work out too well, so hopefully this one works a little better and has transfers it to column 2 anyways. They're having a hard time getting a bar in time for this well. Has to keep covering it. Giving Mari a nice early lead, 115 to 51. But F1 finally gets the bar. Now I'd love a J piece. We'll see if the game is kind, and it appears not to be. That'll certainly do as well. Couple of favorable pieces there for F1, 82,143 for Mari. $136 for F1, 180 for Mari. Another Tetris for Mari, 203. F1 now 236, 299 for Mari. Very clean boards from both as we are about to cross 100 lines or so. Oh, but a couple of unfavorable red pieces there from Mari. The board climbs. This might be too high. Mari hangs a T, tops out here at 301. F1 has a small chase down here, needs 302 for the win, but is a little bit high here, so not necessarily out of the woods quite yet, though this is going to open the well. Couple Tetrises, all he needs. Certainly can do this before 19. There's one. Got a 291. He's throwing his hands up for some reason. Hasn't won it quite yet. I was hoping it wasn't like purposely topping out there. Oh, but this isn't ideal. It's making this interesting. There's 301. Tie. This is a tie. This is a tie, and that triple will give F1 the victory. 3-1.